Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the East Delaware Knights Team Builder Dynasty here on College Football 26. Today, boy howdy, do we have a matchup. We've got the Week 10 game of the year, maybe even game of the series. And I don't say that lightly, considering we just won a national championship last season. But this might be an even more important game than that. We take on Clemson. Now, it's not just because it's Clemson. They're also the second-ranked team in the country, undefeated 9-0. We are the third team in the country, undefeated 8-0. But the reason it's so massive is because we have a full slate of high school recruits that are coming to this game. Usually I would schedule them for a game that we have a better chance of not only winning, but blowing out the team we're playing. But I had to schedule them against Clemson because we are in some highly contested recruiting battles. And the game against Clemson, since it's a same tier opponent, gave us those 3 green triangles that was the best possible influence we could have on any of the sell weeks. So I had to choose Clemson. Now, I don't think we're going to blow out Clemson. I'd be very shocked if we were able to blow out Clemson. I'm just looking for a win because if we go out there and we lose at home to Clemson, now it's not going to kill us that bad because it's the number 2 team in the country and it's the same tier opponent, but it will hurt us a little bit in recruiting. We might lose out on some of those commitments that we think we have locked up. I don't even want to think about that. I want to win this game, and if I can, blow them out. But that's probably going to be a little tricky considering how spotty our defense plays at times. We'll see. This is an insanely tough game. We also have a second game. I don't remember what that game is, but Week 10 and Week 11 on tap today. If you go to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe channel, join the Juice Club. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers. So if you want to help me get to that mark, hit that subscribe button, join the Juice Club, and let's get into maybe, arguably, the most important game in the entire dynasty. We have finally arrived at week number 10, and as you can see, all eyes on us. Number 2 versus number 3. I don't even know who the number 1 team is. The number 1 team is LSU. Of course, most notably, the home of, I wish he was our prospect, Theo Graves. So there are only 3 teams undefeated at the top half. Georgia is undefeated a little bit further down. For some reason, Georgia being 8-0, I feel like they should be at the top. Usually college football values Georgia very highly, especially when they're undefeated. So even when they have 1 or 2 losses, they're at the top 5 of the rankings. But this time they're down lower. Kind of weird. And then you've got UCLA, who is at 12 but also undefeated. It makes sense that some of these teams are undefeated that are still down here, but I think Georgia and UCLA should be a little bit higher with those undefeated records, but we are up here at 3. We just came off of a big victory over Georgia Tech. I don't think that same result, the big blowout, is going to happen against Clemson. I mean, it'd be awesome if it did. It really would. We've currently got Greg Ard battling for a Heisman, but because he didn't have as good of a game as he could have had, he falls further down the Heisman voting. It's going to be really hard for a running back to win the award. It's really a quarterback award at this point, unless you have a receiver that just goes nuclear. It really is just a quarterback award. Even in real life, it is. And here are our stats so far through this season. We've got Applewhite playing really well. He does have 4 interceptions, but he's playing really well. I like him a lot better than Cole Welliver. Garnett, obviously, we know how good he's been playing. Greg Ard's been fantastic. Cameron Poe's been great. Garnett's been great on the ground, as always. Xavier Johnson's filled that Keelan Rounds hole very, very well. Deion Buck's been good. Ard's been good out of the backfield. Micah Cypress has been solid. We've had some good players. Cam Pruitt's been phenomenal. My God, he's been phenomenal for us this year. He is in danger of transferring, which is a little bit scary, but he also could go to the draft. So we'll see what happens with Cam Pruitt. DJ Pickett, 3 interceptions. He's been big. Jeremiah Wolf has been huge for us. Talk about huge. So we've had some pretty impactful players this season. Our team schedule, we know the Clemson game is on tap today. We also have the Boston College game. We have 3 straight home games coming up, and then we finish on the road at North Texas, who, yes, is in the ACC thanks to promotion and relegation. So we finish next episode, finish the season, year number 4, with Syracuse and North Texas. Hopefully those 2 teams don't give us much trouble. Hopefully Boston College also doesn't give us much trouble. But this is our last, on paper, really tough game. And I think we should be able to win it, but who knows? It's all up in the air at this point. As far as recruiting goes, we were able to acquire 4 recruits so far, 4 commitments, including the number 9 player in the country, Damian Foster, a pure power edge rusher, 6'3", 231, a very good player. And we got him so early because we were the only one recruiting him for like 6 or 8 weeks, whatever it was. And then Notre Dame finally started to make a push for him, but it was already too late. We secured the commitment. And then we got a couple 4-stars. Marquise Sharga, who's a 5'11", 199 corner, who's got good athleticism, 89 speed, 93 excel. If he's got a good dev trait, he could really become a really good corner for us in a couple years. He probably takes a red shirt next year, but we'll see. And then Mohamed Littlejohn, 6'3", 185 with 94 speed, 93 excel. Depending on the way the roster looks in terms of the wide receiver room, he could play as a freshman. There's a possibility. And then Montreal Brents is just a 3-star center. Mainly depth purposes for him. Maybe he turns into maybe he's got like star dev and he turns into a great player for us. But for the most part, the only reason we went after him is for offensive line depth. Maybe we move him to guard at some point. Maybe we keep him at center. Who knows? But he's really just depth at this point. As far as guys who are uncommitted, we've got Sean Washington, who we've had a very strong lead for this entire run. But Arkansas and SMU are making a heavy push, and he is on campus. He's one of those guys on campus week number 10 against Clemson. It's going to be insane to get him on. And it looks like they gave us only 2 of the triangles. I could have swore it said 3 triangles at one point. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I could have swore it said 3 triangles, but it's only 2 for the win. So, whatever. It's still a very, very important game to win. We have a couple guys coming on campus next game against Boston College as well, which are very important. The Leon Stanzi one, I don't know, man. I feel like we're done with Leon Stanzi. I probably should just take the hours off and put him onto somebody else. He's on campus for Notre Dame this week. He's going, you know what? Yeah. He's going to commit to Notre Dame. I'm just going to pull out of the Leon Stanzi one. We're not going to get into it. That frees up 50 hours, which we can put on somebody else. We have a couple of 4-stars still on the table and still in their top 8, really. They have not gotten down to that. There's a world where we can push for them. I guess if we want to go all in, we can put 50 on one of them, or we can separate 25 and 25. Is there anybody that's like we have to go after? Mitch McGinnis. 81 speed, 88 excels pretty nice. 80 pursuit, his coverages are pretty good. Mitch McGinnis looks like a solid player. What about DeSicco? Nick DeSicco is a crazy name if that's how you say it. He looks fine, but McGinnis is clearly the better player of the 2. So I think I'm going to go full 50 hours on Mitch McGinnis, and maybe we can sneak in there with Oklahoma. They've got a platinum tier pipeline because he's from Tulsa. So it's probably not going to happen, but I mean, we had 50 hours. We might as well spend them on something. And since I can't do anything else with the guys we already have the 50 hours on, we might as well try for something. Oh, but I think I've stalled long enough. It is time. Clemson, Georgia, 2 versus 3, clearly the game of the week. I mean, it literally does not get bigger than this. This is the biggest game, certainly of the season. But like I said, it very well could be the biggest game of the Dynasty, even with that national championship that we just won. This is huge. And we go, at least at home, to take down Clemson. I don't know. This would be a totally different story if we had to go on the road. I don't know, man. I don't know. Here we go. Clemson comes to town. They come to Dover, Delaware to take on the Delaware Knights. We've got to win this game, and we preferably got to win it big. 17-plus would be nice. I don't know if that's going to happen. Greg Ard in the Heisman campaign, in the Heisman race, but he's at 5 right now. I don't know if he's going to get back into it. He's going to have a really big end of the season if he wants to get higher in the race. And we're going to have to rely on him pretty heavily, as well as Cameron Poe, if we're going to want to beat Clemson here. And it's already starting amazingly. Cameron Poe's got space, and he's got speed down the sideline. Cameron Poe to the 42. Well, that's a great start. 42 yards on the first play of the game. I'll take that every day. And twice on Saturdays. Greg Ard doesn't get much, but that's already a fantastic start. We've only got 2. It looks like we only got 2 players on campus, but they're 2 very important players on campus. And Greg Ard is able to fall forward. That's a very generous tackle animation. Very generous. But Sean Washington, we can really lock up the Sean Washington commitment if this is a win, and a big win. And Greg Ard, here he goes. It's going to be a touchdown on the opening drive for the Heisman finalist. Well, Heisman contender. He's not a finalist just yet. Greg Ard delivers a touchdown. That is such a lethal route. It was such a good route with Shelton Lighton for the first 3 years. And now Greg Ard's in that role, and he's doing a really good job with it too. And we take an early 7-0 lead. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Our offense was cooking there. I mean, we did benefit from a huge play to open the game with 42 yards, but still, we had to punch it in after that. We couldn't just get the 42 yards and then do nothing with it, so. We go on defense for the first time, and their quarterback is Bryan, is what it says on the back of his jersey. Weston Bryan. Not sure who that is. I'm guessing a transfer, but he could be just a freshman on the Clemson Tigers in real life that just hasn't played yet. But I'm not familiar with that name, Weston Bryan. Could be a transfer from a smaller school, not sure. It's a handout to the running back. He's going to squeeze inside, and he's got room, and they're going to beat their own big run to start the game. He gets 22 yards. So we got 42 on our first play. They got 22 on their first play. Let's figure. Iowa just put 52 points on Michigan State. What universe are we living in? Where Iowa's offense put up 52. Gil Pitts is the name of the running back for Clemson. All right. Maybe related to Kyle. Who knows? Oh, look at Jarek Francis's rush, but he couldn't get to the quarterback. Good tackle by DJ Pickett, though. Forces the receiver out of bounds. 3rd down and 4. Can we get a stop here? The crowd is as loud as they can be. Shaking the screen, shaking the stadium. And Langston Bowling trying to get to the quarterback. He gets it away. Big play to, I think that might be Gil Pitts. If Langston was just a little bit faster, he could have got the sack there. I do believe that. But he just kind of got held up a little bit, and he's also 400 pounds. So it's hard for him to move. Dominic Kirk's almost got to the quarterback there. We're getting close. We're starting to feel that pressure. The quarterback, Weston Bryan, starting to sweat a little bit. He's realizing that our defensive line's no joke. And that really is the strength of our offense. Oh, that's a drop by Pitts. I don't know what happened there. And he's trashing Caleb Cormier. Maybe Cormier said something to him. When he dropped it, he said, like, you bum, dropping that pass. And here's another big 3rd down. This time 3rd and 9. Got to stop him here. Hold him to a field goal attempt. Weston's going to scramble. He's got a guy, and he's got a 1st down. He held on. Weston Bryan climbed the pocket, threw it to his open man, and as he's getting tackled, he held on to the football. Strong hands from that player. I don't know if it was a tight end or what, but strong hands. And now Clemson is on the doorstep of 7 points. Come on, crowd. I need you to get loud so they can't make their adjustments. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. Bryan stays on his feet, and then Bolin brings him down. Dominic Kirk's almost lost that one there. But thankfully, Langston Bowling was right there to clean it up. And it's a big 3rd and goal. We've already allowed 2 3rd down conversions, and it's going to be a 4th one. It's a touchdown. Or a 3rd one, excuse me. A touchdown. Clemson, man, we had them stopped 3 different times on 3rd down, and they got it each and every time. Although Casey blocks the extra point. It's 7-6. Casey blocked the extra point off the edge. Wow, I haven't had a blocked extra point in a minute. Dion Buck back to return. And Dion Buck, ooh, I actually had some room there, but that guy kind of got bounced into the tackle. I don't think he would have had the tackle normally. But a frustrating first defensive drive. A very solid offensive drive for us. And we might have to start throwing the ball a little bit. It seems like they might be containing the run. At least the traditional run. We might be able to run with Kenyon Garnett a little bit. Although, probably not. Although, oh, maybe we can! Kenyon Garnett bounces it! God, what am I going to do next year without him? What am I going to do without Kenyon Garnett? He's so freaking good. Handoff to Poe, and Poe did not get the edge. I really thought he was going to be able to get there. As we have the final play of the first quarter right here. I'm going to try to hit Xavier Johnson. He's going to drop the football on contact, and it's not going to be the end of the first quarter. 4 seconds remain, 3rd down and 9. Man, I really was hoping that Johnson would hold on to that. Let's go over here. It's Dion Buck, and he's got himself a first down on 3rd and 9. Big job from Dion Buck. All right. A 1-point lead for the East Delaware Knights. Very strange scoreline. Very strange as we enter the second quarter. I think we just got to focus on controlling our offense and trying to limit the amount of possessions that Clemson gets on offense. And then if somehow, some way, we're able to force into a situation where a blowout is possible, then we go for it. But I think going for the blowout right now is a little irresponsible. I think we just need to focus on playing a game where we can win. If we somehow end up in a blowout situation, we can take that opportunity. But I think we just got to try to play our brand of ball and win this game. At least right now. 3rd down, handoff, Poe's got room. Cameron Poe jukes out a defender, and the Dragon Warrior is down to the 9. Ard is back in. He's already got a receiving touchdown. Can he get a rushing one as well? Not on this one. He gets nothing on that one as the offensive line kinda didn't block for him. 2nd and goal. Ard's back in. Garnett's back in. Handoff, and I really wish the blocking would be a little bit better. Ard somehow stayed on his feet. I don't know how that was even possible, really. I wish the blocking was slightly better there. I need somebody to get open. It's going to be Mitch Maije. Touchdown. Greg Ard got bumped and could not get his route going. He just got congested in the middle of the defense there, and he could not get free. So that was my first look, as it always is on that route. And thankfully, Maije was able to get open, and he powered his way through. We lead 14-6. Now, I would guess if Clemson's able to score again at this on this drive, they would go for 2 to try to tie it. But I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't. Who knows? 2:45 to go in the half. They're going to get the ball to start the second half, so we got to really take advantage here. We got to play better. We played really good on 1st and 2nd down on that first drive, but 3rd down was despicable. Got to play better on 3rd downs. We need that pass rush to keep going. Get that pass rush going. Weston Bryan, I missed that tackle, but I didn't miss that second one. I'm telling you, man, those juke moves, they get me, man. They get me. It's not even a bit. It's just, I'm just not very good at tackling. Big 3rd and 2. Big 3rd and 2. Knock that down. Yes, good job. Cam Pruitt gets in there and breaks it up, and it's a 3 and out for Clemson. Now we're talking. We are speaking the same language. Poe's back to return. I'm going to fair catch it. And we are back on offense again. All right, 2 minutes to go. If we can score again, make it 21-6, that would be the really ideal situation. And here comes Cameron Poe, and we might not need any more time. Cameron Poe is going to go for it all. Touchdown, East Delaware. Oh, my God. We are lighting up the scoreboard today. Maybe we can achieve a blowout against the Tigers. One play, and Poe takes it 59 yards to the house. Wow. I thought I was going to be taking a little bit more time than that, but I can't deny Cameron Poe a 59-yard house call. I mean, what are we talking about here? And that'll be the 2-minute. Woo! This has been an offensive explosion for us, and I am here for it. Our run game doesn't usually produce like this, especially against a team like Clemson. Oh, that's a missed tackle, but we held him back behind the first down line. Chase Farrell injured on the play. He's the receiver who caught that, a senior wide receiver. He gets hurt on the tackle, so it wastes one of their timeouts, which is nice, I guess. Little wide receiver screen. First down, but nice tackle. Let's get some rush going. Let's get some rush. Brian's got it. He fires. It's a really good route. And they're close to midfield. They're going to run up and probably spike it. Would they spike it here? No, they're going to go for just a regular play. I didn't think they would. They still have 2 timeouts. Get to him, get to him, get to him. Weston Bryan scrambling. He's got room. He's going to make the decision to scramble. He's going to get lit up and hold on to the ball. We just couldn't get off of our blocks quick enough. Maybe I should have not scored with Cameron Poe. Because now Clemson's looking like they're going to score at least 3. Cam Michael playing for Clemson, okay. Minute 14 to go. He was able to get out of bounds, so he saves another timeout. They go short, and he gets out of bounds again. They're playing the sidelines pretty well. This is the best I've seen the CPU play in a 2-minute drill. They don't usually go to the sidelines like that. Ooh, they go quickly to the running back, and Vernon Woollyhand was right there. 3rd and 6. We've got Jeremiah Wolf, Vernon Woollyhand, 2 young studs in this defense. It's kind of crazy. Plus Bostic, Wayne Bostic, and then we've got the 5-star coming in next year. We got some young talent on this roster. We really do. Get off Dominic Kirks. He couldn't get off as quickly as I wanted him to. Jeremiah Wolf tackles him. Timeout called. They got 1 remaining, but they were clearly in field goal range, so they're going to get at least 3. But I think, I have a feeling they're going to get a full 7 on this. Or maybe even 8 if they go for 2. Quick tackle. Good job. Cam Pruitt's a dog. 35 seconds. 3rd and 4. 1 timeout. Get to him, get to him, get to him, get to him. No, he's going to get the first down. He's going to get more than that. Touchdown, Clemson. I missed the cut stick. I thought I had the right angle. I guess I didn't. I clearly didn't. All right, well, that sucks. I thought that I had that easy. We're not going to block this one, unfortunately. So it is 21-13 with only 25 seconds. So that's about as bad of a scenario as we could have asked for, because we score with 1 play, and then they go down and score, and they're going to get the ball to start the second half. So we are in a little bit of a pickle here if we aren't able to get points, because then Clemson's going to be able to have the chance to get right back in this game, and we cannot afford to have them back in this game. We do have all of our timeouts in 21 seconds. We're going to go to Deion Buck. It's a beautiful first down. We're going to call our first timeout. We're going to call our first timeout. I'm going to turn the chew clock off just in case I choose not to run hurry up, even though I probably will. Kenyon Garnett being in the game is really nice because I have the ability to scramble, but I'm going to run into a sack. I was going to scramble up the middle, and then I saw that edge rusher completely clear his block, and I didn't have any room. I couldn't adjust. So that really sucks. I was going to scramble. That is a catch, and that's our final timeout. Deion Buck gets us a few yards back. We're going to have to huck it and chuck it and hope something good happens. We've got Xavier Johnson, Micah Cypress. I don't really even know who our best jump ball player is. Although, you know what? I'm going Marquise Springs. That probably wasn't the right idea because we run out of time. I thought maybe I could get out of bounds with 1 second left and kick a field goal, but it didn't work. So 21-13 is not the spot to be in, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really upset now that I scored too quickly with the touchdown. But a 59-yard rushing touchdown, how often does that happen? I had to take it. And I had to believe that my defense could stop them, and we just couldn't. We just couldn't stop them. They were too good. Cormier falls down. That's wide open. Pruitt makes the tackle, but our defense just does not cover. We have guys with solid cover skills and good speed, and they just don't keep up. Maybe their play rec is too low? I'm not sure. Oh, that's a really good read option read by Jarek Francis. Loss of 3 on that one. We'll play that out of the backfield. Peyton Morgan, good tackle. He only gets 2 out of that. So they're still behind the line. 3rd and 11. Big stop here, big stop here. Francis almost made it, but we do force the incomplete pass. I think it might have been Jeremiah Wolf getting in there. Francis almost got to the quarterback. Thankfully, we do force the incompletion and the punt. All right, that's about as best case scenarios we could ask for coming out of the half. Them getting no points is about as good as we could do. So now all we got to do is get our 2-possession lead back. The handoff to Ard, and they really blew that up. Are they going to really make me have to throw this football? Oh, they are on me. This guy is fast. I was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that edge rusher was unbelievably fast. He was getting to me even with Kenny Garnett. If I had Applewhite out there, I would have been blown away. Oh, I fired it, and I caught it. Xavier Johnson gets the catch. It's 4th and 2. I'm going to go for this. Garnett actually got that ball. I was not expecting him to. Just take the yards. Just take the yards. They're guaranteed with Kenny Garnett. That's a big conversion on a 4th down. We absolutely had to have that. Absolutely had to have that. Handoff to Ard. Man, they are all over me on the ground game. They've really flipped a switch here in the second half. Cameron Poe, I screwed that all up. I changed directions, and his change directions not very good at all. At least not the quick change direction like that. I screwed that all up, and now it's a 3rd and 8 situation. This either's got to be a scramble or a wide open throw. I think the wide open throw's there. Not really. 4th and 4. I'm not going to kick the field goal. I got to go for it again. We've got Garnett out there. We got to take advantage of having a guy with this amount of speed. Although I'm kind of screwed here. Ah! Yep, I knew. I chose the wrong receiver there. That sucks. That really does suck. I shouldn't have thrown it to square. I knew that ball was going to sail. Oh, the blocking is really good right there. Oh, that was a dumb way to end that drive. It really was. I should have taken the points. I really should have. Oh, it's a keeper. Oh, and I got him. Okay. I did not think I was going to get him. I thought it was just going to be missed. I dove for the running back. I bid on the read option again. I always do. But I actually tackled the dude. Got to stop him. No, 1st down. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Come on, fools. Let's get this stopped. That's a big blow up in the backfield. Kind of. He's able to get back to the line of scrimmage. He really should have lost 2 on that. I don't know how he didn't get brought down immediately there. Oh, that was a good block on Cormier because I would have blown that up easy. He's able to get a yard on that too. And now we come to a pivotal 3rd and long. Let's do this, boys. Oh, it's an unbelievable check down. It's 4th and 1. And they're going to go for it. I respect it, but I don't like it either. I do the same thing. I just did the same thing earlier. Knock it down. Intercepted by Cam Pruitt. He's been so good. Cam Pruitt's been so good. Intercepting Weston Bryan's pass. Oh, good golly, Miss Molly. Cam Pruitt just drops back in coverage, sits in the middle, and reads the eyes of the quarterback. Oh, man, Cam. The Cam-D man can. God, you've been so good. He's been unbelievable. Actually unbelievable. And that might give us the momentum we need to seal this game. Now, it's not guaranteed, even with the ball back. But we got to do our best. We can take the rest of the third quarter away, which we will on this right here. We won't even have to snap it. And we got to take as much time as physically possible off of that fourth quarter clock. I'm thinking like 4 minutes, 5 minutes on this drive. And then obviously put a touchdown on the board to go back up 2 scores. It's not going to be the 17-point blowout that we're looking for, but hey, we're going to hopefully come away with a huge win over the number 2 team in the country who was 9-0 and in our conference. Handoff, Ard, he's got room. Greg Ard, good job. Good job. Hand off to Poe, and Poe's got room. Poe's been having a great day today. 135 yards on 7 carries is kind of insane, and a touchdown as well. Maybe he should be in the Heisman voting. I'm still confused on how Greg Ard was even in the Heisman voting in the first place. He hasn't had, like, that great of a season. He's been okay. Handoff. Poe gets up closer to the first down marker. It's the 28-yard line. We're doing a great job with clock management right now. We are draining and draining and draining. Poe or Ard is able to get shut down 4th and 1. That's not ideal. I'm not going to take the points here. I am going to go for this because Xavier Johnson catches. That was a little risky, but I was going to run it like I normally do, but these edge rushers for Clemson, man, number 99, whoever else they got out there, these linebackers, they are fast. They're keeping up with Garnett, which not many people can do. And now the timeouts are coming. Clemson's starting to get a little nervy. The timeouts are coming. Handoff, Ard. Wow, if you hold your block, I get a touchdown. I really do. If you just hold your block for a half a second extra. That's kind of insane how close that would have been. 3rd and 9. That's open. Xavier Johnson. They're going to give him inches on that, really? You're going to give him inches on that? That's really just disrespectful, I think. Really disrespectful to give him inches on that. The handoff. Ard, he's got it. Don't go in, Greg. Not yet. Not yet. Although Marquise Springs picks up an injury to give them a free timeout before the 2-minute warning. They still have their 1 timeout. And you know what? Go in, I guess. I couldn't really control him. He was kind of just in a bunch of animations and got pushed in. Cameron Poe scores. We go back up by 2 scores, 28-13. This game is getting insane. This game is unbelievable. We got close to the 17-point blowout. We're at 15 right now. I mean, if we get a safety, that'd be pretty awesome. Or I guess a pick 6. And with 1 timeout and 2 minutes left. I mean, technically they got 2 timeouts because they got the 2-minute coming up. We'll see what happens here. Oh, get the sack. Yes! Kayvon King with the sack on the quarterback. Weston Bryan, he goes down. And there's the 2-minute. I wasn't sure if Kayvon was going to get there in time. It looked like he was going to lose him. He's going to run away from him. 2nd and 14. They're going to motion. Get another sack. Yes! Another sack! I didn't see who got it that time, but somebody else got it. Was it Hicks? Was it Roger Hicks? It could have been him. I didn't even look. I was just usering my own guy. Back-to-back sacks is legendary, and he's gonna huck it down the field. DJ Pickett intercepts the ball. I mean, he's 6'5". When you're 6'5", it's kind of hard to lose a jump ball. That is an insanely good play because that gives us the chance. That gives us one more chance to get a 17-plus point blowout. There's the final timeout by the Tigers. All we really need to do is get a field goal because it'll give us 18 points. And that is achieving the blowout. It's not an insane blowout, but it does meet the requirements. Or we score a touchdown with Greg Ard. That's also possible. They want me to QB kneel. Do you not know the situation? Do you not know that we need a blowout against Clemson? I told you, if we were in a situation where we have a possible opportunity to get a blowout, I'm going to take it. And we have the possible opportunity right here. We are at the 9-yard line with a minute to go. Blowout is on the table. Greg Ard shut down. Got one, though. Come on, boys. Come on. Deliver me what I'm asking for. Greg Ard is going to get 4th and inches, because of course he's going to get 4th and inches. All right, well, here we go. That's open. That's a touchdown. We got the blowout, baby. And it's even better than the field goal. We got ourselves the blowout. Man, we blew out the Tigers. Think about that. The number 2 team in the country comes to our house, and we actually achieved a blowout. You love to see it. I'm hoping that this does wonders for the Sean Washington commitment. Because we had like one of the best visits that he could have is like an A+ grade when he's visiting on campus. So that's going to give him a big boost. And then obviously this is going to give him a big boost because he saw the team that he's committed to, or trying to commit to, blow out the number 2 team in the country. I mean, what are we talking about here? I almost sacked the quarterback, by the way. They're going to spike it, which I don't really know why they're spiking it. What's the point here? You're down 35-13 with 30 seconds to go in the 4th quarter with no timeouts. Do you really think you have a chance? Weston Bryan's going to step up. He stepped across the line of scrimmage. He should have known that he's acting like, why? What's the flag? I don't know why he thought that he wasn't behind the line. Whatever. It's 4th and 7. They're going to punt it back to me. That was just a disgustingly poorly managed drive there by Clemson. I don't know what that was all about. You come up and you waste it down on a spike. Very insane. You know what? With 17 seconds left, there's a chance I could get even more points. Not a touchdown, I don't think, unless they... Ooh. Maybe a touchdown is possible. Get it up there! Oh, that would have been sick. I got hit on the throw, so it didn't get as much power on as I wanted it to be. I was just trying to get, like, into field goal range or something. There's Marquise Springs getting into field goal range a little bit. Now, if I could just... Ooh, I think I might have had square, but Kenny Garnett's got room. Kenny Garnett, juke move. Kenny Garnett, touchdown! Oh, baby! That's what I'm talking about. We really put it on Clemson now. We blow out the Tigers 41-13. If those recruits aren't impressed, I don't know what to say. We shut them out in the second half. That is how you beat a team like Clemson, baby. Show me some commitments. 5,000 XP for that win. That is a big W. That might even move us up to number 2, maybe even number 1 in the country. Show me some commitments off of that game. Come on. I deserve it. Here we go. Sean Gray. We were in a recruiting battle. We finally got Sean Gray. But that's it? Okay. We don't get anybody else. Sean Gray I'm glad about because he's a really good running back. He's a really, really good running back. But I thought we'd get some more people. We are up to number 2. I just saw that. Oh, that influence is insane for Sean Washington. He might commit after the BC game if we're able to win that one big. But we got the plus 75% for the blowout. He didn't have any complimenters. I think if we would have gotten him a complimentary, that might have pushed it over the edge. That's probably on my bad for not scheduling the complimentary. Vince Peters, we got passed on by Alabama. We need to beat BC. He's on campus for this week. Ugh, that's not looking great. Alex Siegel also on campus. Kiki Togiai is on campus next episode. Bobby Dennis is here. Seth Gammon we can schedule. He gets a competitive with another right tackle in John Pitts, but it probably wouldn't hurt to get him on campus the Syracuse game. So we'll do that. D'Angelo Joe we're looking solid on. Hakeem Aroro is on campus for this week as well. Here's Sean Gray. We'll take a look at what Sean Gray looks like as well, because he looks pretty good. 6 foot, 195 with 91 speed, 87 excel, 82 carrying. He can't really catch that much, but I'm not looking for him to catch that much. He's a elusive bruiser. He's got 86 change of direction too. I like it a lot. I really do. And if he's got a good depth trait, he can really grow. He's got a gem next to him, so. And that's our second 5-star of the recruiting class. That's a big influence amount on Dion Cormier, who's another 5-star that we're trying to get. I don't know about a Roro. He might not come play for us. John Toomer's okay. John Pitts, we've got him on campus, but he's got that other thing going on. Glenn Lett, did I scout you? 86 speed, maybe a tight end. 6'3", 191. You know what? We were able to claw our way into this. Unfortunately, we can't schedule many visits. I'll put 50 on Nick just because I have the hours. And maybe I'll look at some extra guys that we don't have on the board just yet. James Gee, did I look at you yet? I don't even know why you're not on my board. Maybe I just didn't see you. Leon Cherry's a 5-star or a 4-star wide receiver. Matt Middlebrook, 6'2", 210. We don't need any more running backs, I don't think. Although he has no offers. I'll take a look at him, see if he's worth anything. John Heyman, we're kind of on the outside looking in. I don't know if we can get in on that. Alani Reddick is a gadget player. He's got no offer. He's got one offer, but we'll add him to the board. 6'5", 192. Okay, now we're talking. There's some more running backs here. A lot of running backs. We are in need of running back, but we already have some decent ones on the table. Ramondre Brock is an interesting one. Another wide receiver. There's another speedster. I'm always in on speedsters. You know how I am about my speedsters. Damian Tandy's a linebacker. A couple linebackers wouldn't hurt. A couple extra linebackers, I guess. Let me take a look at more quarterbacks, because I'm always on the lookout for a unbelievable quarterback. 6'4", 200, Daryl Mondo. Now we're talking. I'm looking out for that next guy, that next Theo Graves. And I'm trying my very best to find him, and I don't know if I can. But I am trying my very best to find the next Theo Graves. All right, I've got 55 hours. Let me scout some of these quarterbacks. Daryl Mondo, 74 speed's not really what I'm looking for. 80 speed, okay. Andres Funk. Okay, there's something here with Andres Funk. He's nothing special, I don't think. But Daryl Mondo, he's also a bust. He's not great. Okay, all right, we can take him off the board. We know now. But Andres Funk, I think there might be something there. I'll offer him a scholarship. He's better than Jabari, I think. Yeah, I'm going to take Jabari off the board. Andres Funk, I like a little bit more. So I'm going to take him off the board, and I'm going to put those last 10 hours on him. And we'll see what happens there. But we've added more guys to the board. We've also gotten another recruitment in Sean Gray. We're still battling for this. I really do think that after this BC game, if we're able to win and win big, we should be able to secure the commitment of Sean Gray. Or Sean Washington, I mean. But we got to go and win that game. We're looking pretty good. How is the Heisman voting looking like? What's the race look like? Sean Gray, or what's his face has fallen out of it. Greg Ard has fallen out of the Heisman voting. You know what? That's probably for the best. That takes the pressure off a little bit more. We don't have to try to force it down everybody's throat to try to get him a Heisman. Oops, didn't mean to do that. But yeah, that's probably for the best. At some point, we will get a Heisman. We just have to at some point. But we got this BC game. We got through the insane game that was Clemson. Let's go see if we can get through this episode with 2 wins and also add some more recruits to this commitment, into this recruiting class. Second game today, we take on Boston College at home. We got more recruits on campus, so another important game, but not as to the level of Clemson, if only for the fact that it was 2 versus 3 in that game, which is just insane to think about. But here we go. The keys to the game: attack their pressure. Okay. Change the picture, vary the looks pre and post snap. All right, we can do that, I think. Probably not, though. Let's just run it down their throats and see what happens. Can they adjust? They're having a solid season. They're 6-3. They're not going to fall down to a lower division because of the season that they're having. They're not going to fall down from relegation. Relegation. I think that got open. Yeah, it did. Micah Cypress, good job. 3rd and 2. Ooh, I think Georgia lost. I just saw that they were number 13. Yeah, they're number 13. I think they were playing Florida. It was like a 8 versus 20 game. I think Florida was 20 or something. And now they're Georgia's like 13, so they must have lost to Georgia or Florida last week. That's kind of crazy. Georgia doesn't usually lose those type of games. In Sim, at least. I think that's wide open. It's Micah Cypress. Could this be a big Micah Cypress game? I wouldn't hate it. He doesn't get the love that he probably deserves. He's a very good player. He's a very, very good player. Handoff to Poe. The run game hasn't started as hot as it did on the Clemson game, which is kind of insane. Like, you wouldn't think that we get a 42-yard run to start the game against a team like Clemson, but we did. It was a solid screen. Nothing too crazy there. We'll go with the mesh dagger. The mesh dagger is one of my favorite plays in this playbook. Mainly because it's just always one of the options. Xavier Johnson gets the big first down. We're doing solid right now. Taking almost all of the first quarter away. Handoff. Ard's going to go back across the middle, and Greg Ard gets a first down, but Marquise Springs injured on the play. I think he got injured in the last game. I think he had like a foot contusion or something like that. Another handoff to Ard. It looked like there was space there, but it closed quickly. Bruised ribs this time for Greg. All right. Let's go with the screen pass. Solid blocks. Greg Ard make a man miss. Couldn't do it. So he gets the 3rd and 1. That was a solid tackle. Solid tackle. Handoff. Poe is able to fight for the first down. Good job, Cam. And that is going to take us to the end of the first quarter. What a quick drive. What a quick first quarter. We get the ball to start the game, and we take the entire first quarter away from Boston College. They have not had a single snap on offense. That's how you want to draw it up right there. Our offense is so good that you can't stop us, can't get us off the field for the whole quarter. And now we have a slight chance to take even more time on the second quarter. The handoff to Poe. He's going to fall forward to the 9. Good job. Let me go with a little mesh Y spot and see if Deion Bucks can get open. Maybe Micah Cypress gets open here, or it's a scramble with Kenny Garnett. There's a few options here, although I'm going to have to throw it, and it's going to have to be dropped by Deion Buck. That felt like it was a good enough ball to catch. To be fair to Boston College, they did bring a nice little rush there that made me get the ball away sooner than I wanted to. Just like that, but Micah Cypress wide open. What a big drive for Micah Cypress. He had, what, 3 catches and a touchdown now? All right, I see how it is. Micah Cypress might be having himself a game. We took 6 minutes and 42 seconds off of the game. What a drive. And now we get to play defense for the first time. Colorado is the number 16 team in the country, and they're down 7-0 to FIU right now, which is kind of insane. Here comes the defense. Rodney Kozar is the star player for Boston College. 98 yards and 2 touchdowns last game for them. He was probably pretty good, but is he good enough to stop, or is he good enough to catch over our corners is the question. I just want him to throw it to DJ Pickett because he's really likely to intercept it because he's just so big. If they go for those one-on-one balls. Ooh, good play from Cormier. Flexing on the haters as well. It's a 3rd and 2. I'm going to bring a blitz. We got Roderick Hicks ready to go. Oh, the blitz was not the right idea, but Jeremiah Wolf forced the incomplete pass. God, I love Jeremiah Wolf, man. I'm so glad that we were able to recruit him. He's so good. He's just so big as a safety. He's really not a safety. He's more of a tight end / linebacker. But he had the skill set to play tight end. And I thought play safety, and I thought it'd be fun to have that large of a man play safety, and it's worked out. He's had a great season, and he's had a great career so far. Look at the blocking down the field. Gregard's got one man. Beat this one man, Greg. Oh, Greg. And Marquise Springs injured again, this time holding his wrist or forearm or something. Greg, you got to beat that one guy. I think Micah Cypress might have this. Cypress to the side. Touchdown, Micah Cypress. 2 scores. Oh, it's his day. It's his day today. He's got ice in the veins. Upper arm bruise. He'll come back, but Micah Cypress, and they're not even going to review it. It was clear and obvious that he got at least a foot down. I didn't even think he had the space to catch this, but Micah Cypress, what a beautiful catch. He got 2 feet down. He did a little toe drag swag. Oh, Micah. This is his game. This is his game. That's a beautiful catch right there by Micah. Whew. And we go up by 2 scores. I mean, this is exactly what we need to do. This is also has recruits on campus, so a blowout against BC is also what we need. And leading by 2 scores in the first half is certainly a good way to do that. Cam Pruitt. Oh, I would have loved a fumble there. Would have been sick. That would have been sick. All right, defense, let's keep going. We forced the punt in the first drive. Let's do it again, or maybe interception. Fumble would be awesome as well. There's Jeremiah Wolf forcing him out of bounds. 2nd and 6. He's feeling it after that. Every time you get tackled by Jeremiah Wolf, you definitely feel it afterwards. That is for sure. I'm hoping that in the training this offseason, he maybe gets a depth trade upgrade. That'd be really awesome. Why did he not? Oh, my God. What is even happening there? Stephen Henley intercepts the pass. It's a user pick. What was even that? Steve Henley with the interception. I don't even really know what happened there. So the quarterback escapes pressure, avoids the sack opportunity, then realizes that Woollyhand is coming right for him. So he just ends up chucking it. You know what? To be fair, this is open. Like, if he leads it over here like he did, this is open. So it's not even really that bad of a decision. The only problem is this guy's, like, really wide open, but he just didn't see him because he's on the other side of the field. But he just unloads it. And he does a good job to lead it over, but it hangs in the air way too long, and it gives Steve Henley time to track it. Even has time to stop there and wait for it. It hangs in the air way too long, and he just jumps in front and snatches it. That was an insane throw. Absolutely insane throw by the quarterback of BC. Gregard gets a big catch there. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep dominating. Gregard gets a big first down. And you know what? I'm kind of feeling a little crazy here. Am I thinking a deep ball? I'm not sure. I'm thinking a scramble with Kenyon Garnett, though. That's what I'm thinking. Good job. And I stayed in bounds, too. Good job, Kenyon. I was thinking about throwing that to Cypress, but I wasn't sure if he was going to have the angle or not. Poe only gets a yard out of that. And we go down to the 2-minute. This game's flying by. This game is flying by. We currently have one of the buys right now in the College Football Playoff. We would take on, at the moment, Texas or UCLA, but that obviously will change with the rest of the games as Micah Cypress makes another catch and another touchdown. That's 3. 3 for Micah. At this point, I'm just forcing it to him. I wasn't originally, but now I'm just trying to get him a huge game. Micah Cypress, go off, baby. He's having himself a day. What a throw from Kenny Garnett, by the way. Throwing on the run. That's a tough throw like that. But that's what he excels in. He's really good at throwing on the run. And we lead 21-0, so we've achieved the blowout that we needed against BC. We just got to keep this score the way that it is, or maybe add on to it. And I hope these recruits are loving it, especially Sean Washington. I hope that he says, you know what? I want to come play for you. Because he's pretty close already. We just got to get him across that line. That's going to be caught. Really good catch. We had, was that DJ Pickett? I think it was. We were playing him pretty tight, but he made a good catch. Oh, he's not going to get away from Jarek Francis. Oh, he got away from Jarek Francis. Okay. Okay, he's actually going to scramble this time. He fumbled. Cam Pruitt's got it. He fumbled the football. This quarterback can't do anything right. He actually ran that time when he probably shouldn't have. The ball pops out and Pruitt falls on top of it. Cam Pruitt's having himself a game. It's just like Micah Cypress is. This quarterback is struggling. And Cameron Poe's got enough speed to run away from everybody. Gets to the 7. Timeout called by BC. Man, I haven't felt this dominant with this team in a while. We feel really good right now. I like it. Daryl Truman comes in. Can he power his way in? He got close. He got real close. Under 15 seconds to go. Greg Ard. He will get it, and he will get in. Touchdown, East Delaware. We lead by 4 touchdowns against BC. Wow. I mean, if we needed a blowout, we got it, and we did need one. So, an insanely good game from these boys. You absolutely love to see it. The fumble, just the icing on top of the cake, man. Icing on top of the cake. They're gonna kneel it down. They've decided that they just can't do any more in this half. They just got to go to the second half and try to get some adjustments going. So they're gonna get the ball to start the second half at least. But here we go. Second half action, 28-0. And now we've built such a nice lead that we can have a little bit of a cushion. We can afford, I don't want them to, but we can afford to have them score and still have a blowout on the table. I'm still going to try to play for shutout football, but at least now we've built a nice little cushion in case they are able to score. And we pushed them back to the 3. This BC team can't do anything. They can't do anything right now. It is all crumbling for them. Get the safety. Oh, Riley Pettijohn almost had it. He kind of had a weird animation there. Did you see this? Go back. Let's go back and look at this. I was using Riley Pettijohn. I dove, and I kind of like dove into Langston Bowling, and he just kind of like stopped midair and fell down. I was going to tackle him too. Oh, that's annoying. But there's still a chance for a safety if we're able to get to the quarterback in time. We're not going to be able to, are we? Nope. That is going to be dropped. 3rd and 8. DJ Pickett on the pressure there. Let's go defense. Cormier almost got him, but he gets a first down. You can't be serious, man. How does he have the accuracy to throw that as he's getting shelled by Caleb Cormier? He fits it into the tightest of windows. That is dropped. Pruitt on the coverage. I can't believe he made that throw. That's a one-on-one ball. It's Peyton Morgan. He got mossed, but thankfully We were there to help him out, give him some backup, and it got swatted away. He was about to get mossed. Oh, Kirks falls down. They're going to go one-on-one again. It's Casey this time, and it's dropped. I didn't even do anything. It's dropped off the hands of the receiver. I think that might have been the receiver they spotlighted at the beginning of the game for having such a good game last week. Dropped it off his hands. I don't think I touched him. I didn't feel anything like shake on the controller. Injury on the play, but should be fine. I think it might be Kirk's, actually. All right, now that we've got a 28-point lead, we can kind of just coast. We can kind of just coast. Don't have to sweat nothing. Don't have to do anything. Just ride out the game, win the game with as limited injuries as possible, and hopefully ring in the new year with a bunch of recruits that commit. That would be the ideal situation. I also kind of want to keep giving Micah Cypress a crazy game, but I don't want to keep forcing it because I don't want to make mistakes and give BC a chance to get back in this game, and I don't want to do like unnecessary things that allows BC to get in the game. That'd be super stupid. As Butler Tanner drops that, why Butler Tanner? Why? There's a reason I benched you in the first place, but I think it's still because Springs is injured. That should be open enough, and it is. It's not going to allow for a first down, unfortunately. But I will go for this, because of course I will. I'm not giving BC the ball back. At least not willingly. Deion Buck didn't get it. He didn't turn the corner quick enough. Oh, what a rush. Okay, that's annoying. Did not waste as much time as I really wanted to. Stiff arm stops him, but thankfully we shut that down. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Why could I not get... I couldn't get first down on 2 easy plays. Sack the quarterback, sack the quarterback. Dominic Kirk sacks the quarterback. You love to see it. You simply love to see it. 3rd down and 16. BC just doesn't have any answers for our athletes. Sometimes guys can grind it out and you can have a competitive game, but other times, most of the time, athletes just win out. If you're more athletic, if you're faster, bigger, faster, stronger than the opposing team, you're just going to win. That's just how football happens. And we are bigger, faster, stronger than BC. So let's get back to business here. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Oh, look at Cameron Poe. Look at him go. The Dragon Warrior is dominating. Get a screen pass out there. A little block there. And Greg R does a good job. Nothing fancy. Didn't need to be. Didn't need to be fancy. Because we're just trying to waste our time. Spin move. Oh, it actually worked. It actually worked. He's got 8 for 81. Not bad. Definitely not Heisman voting, but we're not in that anymore. We're not looking for the Heisman anymore. We're just going for the laughs, going for the lulz. As Ard will get another first down. I'm kind of excited for that freshman running back to come in, that Sean Gray or whatever his name is. Kind of excited to see him. He could be pretty good. That 91 speed's going to help. The acceleration being a little bit slow could be concerning, but he's got a gem next to his name, so that might mean he's got a potential for a good dev trait, which means he could have good skill caps, which means he could develop his acceleration better and end up being a really, really solid player by the end of his career. As Cameron Poe will pounce that into the end zone. Touchdown, East Delaware. We lead 35-0. I might not even show you the rest of this game the way that we're going right now. I'll show you one more defensive drive. If BC doesn't do anything, then I will cut to the end of the game because there's not really anything else you're going to see. It's just going to be the same runs over and over again. So if BC can't do anything on this drive, then we'll skip to them. They also benched their starters. Their quarterback has been benched. They got somebody else out there now. Probably for the best. Don't want to get anybody injured. Especially when you're a 6-win team. You got a bowl game coming up, so. We'll see what happens here. We will see what happens when we defeat the Huns. DJ Pickett, nice tackle. Amani Westerman running for BC here. They got a couple freshman running backs in now. Makes sense. That's got to be a tackle. It's not even going to be a tackle by the guy I was thinking it was going to be a tackle for. Jeremiah Wolf brings him down. And actually, Boston College making some things happen here. They're making some moves. They're moving and shaking. They're bringing the boom. Oh, that's... Oh, how did he hold on to that? That's got to be incomplete. They should have started this dude. This dude's pretty decent. Levi Drayton, I think is what his name was. Oh, that's a great throw. And a great route. They're moving the football. This is the most threatening they've been maybe in the entire game. Should have had this guy be your quarterback. Forget about that other bum. He don't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what planet he's on. That's another great throw to the tight end. He's got a first down. Boston College be threatening, baby. Boston College be threatening. We have built a comfortable lead, so even if they are able to score here, which I really don't want them to, I'd love a shutout. We'll see what happens here at the red zone. But we've built a comfortable lead where even if they are able to score, the blowout does not get wiped away. They keep going these quick throws. Woolihan destroys him there. These little wide receiver screen, bubble, RPO things, whatever they are, to the sideline. Another quick throw. Big catch by Pickett, 4th and 1. Or big tackle by Pickett. And they're going to go for it. You know what? I respect it. We're going to bring a casino blitz. We're going to bet the house. And we're going to go for it. We blew it up. Cam Pruitt got in there and blew it up. You know what? That's the ball game. I'll see you at the end when we have the final result. And there is the final score, 42-0. We shut out Boston College. I was able to put up another touchdown with that man right there, Greg Ard. Very simple game, very easy. A complete shutout. You love to see it. That should recruit, or that should finish the job on some of these recruitments. We should get some commitments right now, after I simulate, obviously. Let's go. Are we going to get some commitments? Please show me at least 2, right? At least 2 guys. Okay, here's a handshake. Sean Washington. I kind of knew that was going to happen. Sean Washington, 5-star. We get somebody else. Alex Siegel, 4-star D tackle. Somebody else. Seth Gammon, 4-star left tackle. 3 commitments. Oh, that's huge. We forced a recruiting battle with with Tennessee. So, that's big. But some more commitments to the team. What a huge episode. What a simply massive episode. Sean Washington being one of the biggest ones. We also were able to acquire the dog, Alex Siegel, and Seth Gammon. That's amazing as well. The recruiting class is really coming together. 3 5-stars, a few 4-stars, a 3-star guys in there, and there's still chance for some more 5-stars. We're not done with 5-star players just yet. But this recruiting, that's a lot of influence for my man. That is a lot of influence. He really liked the visit. He really liked it. I don't know if we're going to be able to hold off Tennessee because they could schedule a visit now and maybe pass us, but Hakeem is looking pretty good. He's also pretty decent at tight end, too. Here's a 5-star right tackle that Dion Cormier that we're looking good on. We've got 235 hours. We can maybe now go after some more people. Gil Novak has locked us out. Sucks to be you, dog. I am going to go all in on Andres Funk because I do think there's something there with him. He's not a starter right away, but there's something there. Dwayne Tobin, we already scouted him. Never mind. Never mind. What about Leon Cherry? We did scout Leon Cherry. He doesn't look horrible, but I think we pulled out of this because we were not going to get him from USC, but I mean, USC is not really going after him too hard. Doesn't look like, at least. So we can get possibly back in that. James Gee, 88 strength, 85 finesse moves. Yes, please. May I have some more, sir? May I take your hat, sir? What about Alani Reddick? 90 speed, I like that already. 92 excel, I've seen enough. He's 5'9". Dear God. He's a tiny little man, 5'9", 188. But you know what? That is the perfect type of player that I'm looking for right here at East Delaware. I'll tell you what. Recruiting class looking solid, though. Top classes, we are number 13. 3 5-stars, 4 4-stars, and 1 solitary 3-star. We are looking good. I don't know how the CPU teams get so many guys recruited. Like, you got 15 4-stars already? How are you recruiting these guys so fast? What do they know that I don't? Next episode, we will take on Syracuse and I think it's North Texas, right? To finish out the season. Yes, Syracuse and North Texas. We got one more home game and one more away game. And then we move on to ACC title game territory, which we currently stand as the number 1 team, I would assume, right? Yes, the number 1 team in the country. Well, number 2 team in the country. Number 1 team in the standings. Pitt is also undefeated in ACC play. So it could be Delaware versus Pitt, which I think we played Pitt last season in the ACC championship. I'm pretty sure. And North Texas playing amazingly since getting called up in promotion relegation. How bad is the team that we moved down? Virginia Tech, you know what? They're getting their call back up. Congratulations to them. They're going to get called back up most likely. Although Tulane might get called up. Who's going to get sent down? Ew, Virginia. Virginia might get that call and say, you're going to go play in the American. The Big 12, anybody playing good here? FIU's doing well, 8-3. Doing well in the conference. Cincinnati. Cincinnati might be going down. Kansas coming back up. That's good. Big 10. Where are the Big 10 guys at? Where's the MAC team? Oh, here it is. Central Michigan. They're not playing very well. But they're not doing as bad as Rutgers. And if we go to the MAC... Oh, Purdue. What are we talking about here? You can't win in the MAC? Purdue? Oh, my God. They're not getting... The Bowling Green might get called up to the Big 10. Purdue is sucking. The Mountain West. The Pac. I forgot I moved at UCLA back to the Pac. The SEC. LSU's killing it. They're the number 1 team in the country. But App State just can't handle it. They can't compete in the SEC. They're going back down most likely. Who's coming up, though? Old Dominion? Oh, okay. Old Dominion. Vanderbilt. Oh, my God, Vandy. Oh, my God, Vandy. You suck. All right. That's going to do it for the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel for more. Join the Juice Group. Remember, we are on the road to 5,000 subscribers. So if you want to join in and help me get to that mark, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Join the Juice Club. I would really appreciate it. It really mean a lot to me. But that's going to do it for me. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.